All right, so what we're going to do is put through a hack. We'll put a hack to the test. This one you would have seen online. It's had over 1 million views. Someone making Nutella lip balm. So I've gone out and I've got all the ingredients. I will tell you this is going to be the most expensive lip balm ever made once you take into account all the ingredients I had to get. The most important ingredient, of course, is a jar of Nutella. The virgin coconut oil as well. Beeswax. Now, if you saw the original video, you would have seen that the wax that they used was in little beads, but all I could get was a big giant blob. And the EOS lip balm that they used, I went to 4 different stores. I couldn't find it. I don't normally buy it, but I found this one, which is very, very similar, a very similar container, and that's all that matters because we are going to get rid of the lip balm to start with. So let's get straight into it and what we need to do. The first thing, of course, is you take a look at your lip balm here by opening it up and you'll see a nice little ball in there. What we are going to do is create a whole new ball. Now, if you take a look at this one, I've prepared it earlier by opening it up and I've already taken out all the lip balm. Now, in order to do that, once you unscrew the top, you just need to get in there with a knife and, you know, there you go, simple. As you can see, we got it out nice and easily. Now this one I've already cleaned out. It's really important apparently that you got to clean out any remnants of the original lip balm or it's going to interfere with the beautiful nutty Nutella flavour that we're going to add to our new lip balm. So there it is, nice and clean. We'll pop that aside because we're up to making our lip balm from scratch. First thing you'll need, of course, is a fry pan and a jar to mix your ingredients in. This is probably the easiest way of doing it. We'll pop a little bit of water into our fry pan. Now, I must stress, I have not tried this. I haven't rehearsed this. I've got no idea if this is actually going to work, but I've watched the video a couple of times and I reckon that's all it's going to take. So we want to just heat up the water there. We'll pop our jar into there just to warm it up. All right, so the first thing we want to do is get the wax. Why? Because it seems like it's going to be the hardest thing. I've popped a spoon into some warm water to try and see if that will help us. And what we want to try and do is get about a tablespoon, or heaped teaspoon, or a tablespoon of beeswax. Of course, you know, like I said, if it was the beads, it would be a lot easier. This is a process in itself. Oh, it's going to be worth it though, I promise you that much. All right, whether that's enough or not, I don't care, that'll do. That's about what we're looking for. So we're going to pop that into the jar in here. Still waiting for that water to heat up and heat up our jar. Next ingredient we want to pop in is the virgin coconut oil. This actually goes hard as well, but we all do at times. It's pretty easy to scoop on out. We'll pop a bit into there. I don't know how important measurements are. We'll find out soon enough anyway. And then of course, the next ingredient, the most important, we don't want to ruin the flavour of our Nutella. I'll give it a bit of a spin. And so we'll get a nice spoonful of Nutella and pop it into there. Once you've done that, of course, next thing you've got to do is a spoonful for yourself. No, didn't think that through. All right. Spend your time swallowing the Nutella and cleaning your face. And you can see now, this is starting to melt, which is exactly what we want it to do. My God, this might actually work. Not sure whether you can see this, but everything else is melting. We're just sort of trying to get the beeswax to melt more than anything. That's taking a bit of time. So we're going to give that just a second to do what it needs to do. We might just turn the heat down on that just a fraction so it doesn't burn down James Reason's kitchen. We'll pop this over here for the moment. Now what we want to do with this, with our lip balm, is get our little container ready. Now as we've separated that, the key to this now is we actually want to put it in upside down. And you'll see why once we do that. So we're just going to screw that back in there like that. And we're going to have that ready to go once our ingredients is ready to pour into it. So we're still just waiting for the beeswax to melt. Still taking its time, obviously. The beads would have been so much better. All right, so we're getting very close, but we obviously want the consistency to be even all the way through that. You like the big words I'm using there? So we're very, very close to getting this completely melted through the beeswax. So we will be able to pour it in. So I guess there's probably people watching this going, why are you actually doing this? That's an excellent question, and one I probably cannot answer accurately right now, but we thought we'd give it a go and try a few different hacks that we see online, because let's face it, we look at a lot of these and we think they look like a good idea, but we don't actually get round to trying them. I might as well make ourselves a nice expensive chocolate flavoured lip balm. That is ready to go now, so it's going to be a bit hot to pick up. So what we're going to do is just turn the heat off here and grab a tea towel from somewhere. This is the really tricky part here, because pouring this into that little container seemed quite easy on the video that I watched. I don't know how easy it's actually going to be. So the key is, what we want to do is we want to pour this in, and it needs to just cover those little spokes there coming out the side. So as you can see, it's poured in okay. It's sitting nice there. And what I want to do now is pop this lid on, and I don't want it to obviously spill because it is still liquid at the moment. All right, so that's clipped on, and we want to keep that upside down at the moment. And we're going to pop this into the freezer for about 10 minutes or so. But we have to make sure that it sits upright upside down, so when it sets in an even ball. We're going to pop that in. All right, so it's safe and sound in the freezer. We're going to leave that in there for about 10 minutes. We'll clean up our mess and we'll come back, and hopefully, fingers crossed, we've got Nutella lip balm. All right, so here we go. We've got our Nutella lip balm egg. It's been in the freezer for 10 minutes. This is our original, okay? So this is what it should look like a nice even ball. Now, I did stress this when we started this experiment. I've never actually done this, so if it works, it's going to be a surprise to both of us. But there's no reason why it shouldn't, because we followed the instructions. So let's open this one up for the big reveal, and look at that. Nutella lip balm. Nice little ball of chocolatey goodness. Definitely feels like lip balm. Definitely tastes like Nutella. I guess the big test is whether or not you can see it on my lips. Can you? Hack works.